we're gonna do a little bit different here today. I like how people do day in the life things, except for I'm gonna spin this one. And it's more gonna be a day in the life of a farmer that YouTubes too. So that's just gonna try and highlight what I gotta do to bring you guys these videos on top of my everyday chores. Not sure how I'll actually do the video. Maybe I'll film an actual video, and then you guys can see how it's all put together. Maybe the difference in between how a video is put together versus what I gotta do to get that video put together. Holly found some something that's doing some fundraising. Sure glad she decided to support that one. Oh man, look, it decided I needed two. First thing I do in the morning is, oh, I forgot my coffee. Yeah, I'm actually a cold brew dude. No, I don't drink a whole one of these. It's just about got a couple left in it. Well, I'll get it last 30. Last night I was up until about 11:30. Edited a YouTube video here together. There's what an edited video looks like. You can see how many clips it strings in to string together for you guys just to get, an 11-minute video. That itself took 2+ hours, and I actually woke up halfway through the night, and then I would upload the video. Just like woke up to go to the bathroom, so then I came down here, uploaded the video. So that was uploaded this morning. You got all the oddball stuff, which is what I got to do this morning. I need to create a thumbnail, do a description on this morning, and then release this thing ready to go. How I edit all my thumbnails is using Canva here, just on the website. Usually thumbnails don't take that long, so here. So there, thumbnail done. Did I waste 5 minutes this morning doing that joke? I did. But there we go, boom, no, thumbnail, good. And boom, there we go. We got a video scheduled to come out here today at 4:30. This is also the time in the morning where I will answer comments, set back, do my book work really quickly this morning, write checks, deposit checks. Unfortunately, I seem to write a lot more checks than I deposit. Go figure, right? Farming. Take care of that stuff, except for the mechanic just called me, said he's going to be up at the tractor here. It doesn't have any air conditioning running in it, so we got to go take care of that here first thing, and which means we got to get out of here. But this end of YouTube that you guys see is taken care of for the day. And on top of that, so then it's, are you serious? On top of that, you know, regular lunchbox farmer stuff. You also got to get all your camera gear. I'd show the GoPro, but that's what I'm filming on. But in the camera gear you got to carry around, or I carry around with me, is tons and tons of batteries. They get left all over the place. Burn through batteries all the time. In pockets through dishwashers, washing machines. You got to have a lot of batteries when you're running a GoPro setup. I'll show you guys how I actually film. I'll show you a picture of that setup right now. I put a little media mod on top of you guys. I think the audio is better, but the camera does not perform nearly as good as just when I had a foam cover on it. And then usually about right here every day I realize I've forgotten something and I got to back up and go back and get it. Today just happens to be a pair of sunglasses. Much better. Much better. Thank you for not eating my donut. So now I'm already 7 minutes late. My day's changed, plans have changed already. Go figure. So at this point, I've got to decide to either shoot an intro part of this video here today or not. Depending on if I want to show mechanic work or not, I'm probably not going to show mechanic work. I've worked on air conditioning in the past 2 videos. Probably it's going to maybe take like an hour or something here this morning, and I could do like a 2-second synopsis. So I'll go help work on this air conditioning here for an hour, and that's usually when I'd put the GoPro down. After that gets done, I'll probably pick you guys back up, but that's just how I'm trying to explain how my thought process, I guess, is when it comes to putting these videos together for you guys. Which maybe sounds weird, like you're trying to stage something, but yeah, but it's not that. It's just trying to make a video that you guys can enjoy watching from point A to point B in a storytelling format that makes sense. Okay, blue tractor's fixed, so now I need to take off and go take care of a couple of other small things. Headed to the shop real quick, which I wish I wouldn't. I wish I was just taking off to go planting, but I gotta go do this, and I really don't like the fact that I'm driving around with $7 grand worth of bagged seed on the back of my truck. Not ideal. Weather stick says it's time to go planting. So now at the shop here this morning, I say hi to Wayne and stuff like that. This is where I'll probably shoot the intro to the video. which would go something like this. Welcome back to the good old Southern IA, guys. We got another really pretty darn nice day. We got the tractor, the air conditioning on the TG285 fixed up. Hopefully it runs like that all day. High pressure side seems like it got too high. I don't know if that's my fault or if it's just a combination of a whole lot of things that were going on, but hopefully we can sit in there today, get some soybean or get some corn planted. I think Andrew's supposed to be tilling somewhere across the road here. Cereal rye really looks like it's taken off. We'll go get a closer look at that because I actually got to go look at some, basically someone got stuck in my hayfield when I was in Ohio at Brian's, and a landscaper came and fixed it up. So we're gonna go check that out. Yeah, Cates hasn't got those parts yet. They're supposed to be coming from Indianola. So we got to hang out on that for a bit. Okay, if they get me called, I'll call you. Well, I learned something when I was editing this video, is that I did not get distracted. I did think that I did take those clips, but this also is part of making these YouTube videos, so at least it happened in this one. Right here is clip number 16016, and then I go to clip number 19. It appears, let's just go to 18 here, that I used the same card for multiple days. This is a different day. It overwrote, or the GoPro or whatever, during a battery died, something I have no clue, but it decided to overwrite a couple of the clips that I needed. So that's an issue because those two clips were actually pretty important for this video and how it will flow together. So we need to go address that. This actually happens way more often than you expect. As you're filming yourself, you don't have a cameraman, so you don't know when the camera A decides to shut off, B, the audio is not working, you go out of frame, something along those lines, and then you always have the possibility that the actual clip decides to corrupt itself. And you don't get to review that stuff until like you go to put the video together. So it might seem really easy to do these things, and that's probably one of the skills of actually putting a YouTube video together, is when it looks easy to do, that means that they were really skilled in doing so. Most of the time when this happens, it's usually luckily not a really important clip for the video, so I just cut it out. Every now and then it does happen to be a really important clip for the video, and you got to find some way to spin it or get it to work together. Or I think there's been one time where I needed to have the clip for the video to go together, so I ended up actually just putting the same shirt and hat on and filming the clip, and I don't think anybody was the wiser until I just told you. But let's go fill in with this clip here to continue this video. But what I was saying, I think in the clip that I got lost is that I had to run over here to the shop. I guess I did talk about the cereal rye, didn't I? And planting in between the cereal rye. So it's not as green anymore, because in a couple of videos you guys will see that we terminated the cereal rye here. But also I had the landscaper came out here. He took the ruts out of this field. Someone got stuck right here, trashed my field. He Harley raked it. I had to basically come out here, give the thumbs up, that way the job was done and everybody can move on with their lives. So that was actually kind of part of the clip that I was talking about, and I'll mix the other clip in with this clip to kind of blend the two together of everything that was getting said. You got to realize again about these videos is that most farm YouTubers, or the farm YouTubers that I know, is that they are farmers first. So we all have a job to be doing, and that we're filming our job, which takes time and slows you down, which if we didn't enjoy doing it, you wouldn't do it, obviously. But you also don't want to be a huge hindrance to what you're doing. So you just kind of got to walk those lines of getting cool shots and completing the tasks. Because we all obviously have really important farm work to get done. It just seems super simple. Like I said, that's the skillful part. Okay, it says we got 115 on one side and 106 on the other. I'd say that looks pretty good. As in, that's probably what's actually in there. I'd say, yep. Same thing. What are you doing up there, bud? So that's a good place to chill? So we are actually now on our third field of the day. The plan for yesterday when we filled up the bulk planter that I'd want to run out of this hybrid on this field, it looks like that's going to happen, and we actually got out and checked. But now we're unfolding. This is another 12 acres, so we did an 8 acre, 16 acres, so we're at 24 acres there, and I think this is a 10 acres, so we'll be at 34 acres on the day in 3 different fields. Not uncommon for us. We are not 400 an acre planting day people. We do not have quarter sections or half sections or whatever sections it is. Once we get done with this 12 acres, Molly's actually got the day off, which is good because Andrew needs to keep tilling to stay in front of me. My dad is spraying to try and get all these, since it's been late now, a lot of the weeds are coming into the fields, making it hard to do tillage on them. So it's basically, you got to burn it down before you can till it, and usually you just till it out. He's working on that, so hopefully Molly can get me moved to go get my seed that I need to plant the next farm that we will go to. It's a dance. It's a dance. And I haven't gotten out yet this year to explain what the planter we're pulling is or the tractor that we're pulling. I'll get out here at some point and do that, probably when we fill with seed here shortly. But I can show you guys kind of the startup procedure and the technology that we're using in the cab really quickly. Command 1200, it's running the planter and my steering. This has an on-track 3 in here. We're running TerraStar X on the cab. This is my vacuum gauges, pneumatic downforce is up here, section control, master switch, on, off, yada yada, full box, point rows, everything else like that on this box down here. That's what's used in the cab. To fire up this big gal, you click the PTO on, which starts to run the vacs. You can see them whirl up there and dust comes out. I actually got coolers on the top of them. Remote 1 puts my hydraulic drives, which is on the planter, into gear. This is a hydraulically driven planter. Again, I'll show you that stuff when we hop out here. And remote 4 I put into constant. That runs that fan right there, which is blowing the seed out of these tanks all to the row units. So that's the air seed delivery on this gal. Not running any prescriptions or anything. We're just flat rating right now. And then we click on my planter drives. I prime my seed meter. Seed meter is in process. Those hex shafts out there are running, which is then taking seed that's now got vac pressure on the meter, spins the meter, sucks the seed to the plate. So when I actually start planting, it doesn't have to go a full revolution before it actually has seeds to deliver to the ground. So now the planter's ready to go. I've already set myself a path. We're good to go there. We click my master switch on. We'll start out slow here. And then of course, giggity giggity, let's go planting. So, 3rd field of the day done. I got a ride coming. Get up there. Stay away from the kids. Man, when did you have kids?
About to go get them back.
Yeah?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah? You about done with the anti-duties? What you got here for me? Why is it cold? Alright, now we're after this. Oh, heck yeah, neighbor gave me cookies. Alright, good. Not gonna jam in or something, I don't know. Oh, it's so nice. Oh, those have already gotten dirty. That this air conditioning is working now. It feels so good in here. That dog, you happy? You happy, dog? You know what else is cool? On Instagram yesterday, I saw that Bush Beer is coming out with some John Deere tractor cans. Not only that, for each case sold, they're gonna donate $1 to Farm Rescue. I guess that means, you know, this summer after crops get planted at some point here, hopefully, I go to the golf course or to snag some lips at the lake or a concert at the local fair, someone asks you, what are you up to? You can just say, as you drink that ice cold Busch Light, I'm just supporting Farm Rescue right now. What you up to? Let's make that a thing, right? And of which I'm pretty sure that Iowa drinks the most Busch Light. And by pretty sure, I mean really sure that we drink the most Busch Light. Therefore, we are supporting the other states that Farm Rescue operates in, including Nebraska, Kansas, North Dakota, South Dakota, and of course that eastern half of Montana. So as Iowa's out there enjoying a day off with friends and stuff like that, camping, whatever, you're welcome, other 6 states. And of course, you can check out Farm Rescue in the description. Now that we're in an actual bigger field, or bigger, I think it's like a 40-acre field, but it's at least open. Now's my best chance to fly my drone. But unfortunately, I don't know if you can see that dust or not, but we are howling in the wind here. This is hard one-handed. I think one of these should be charged. Oh, thank goodness for auto steer though. Well, that was a little bit of struggle with the wind there. So that came out just about perfectly. I got about 50 pounds of seed left in those tanks. Which that's an older hybrid, which is like a really big workhorse hybrid. I dropped my population down to 30,000. I'm trying to get bigger stalks for standability issues. Here, this isn't the most productive ground anyways. And the kicker is that right there is the flood ground and the water. And if we get winds come ripping this way, I mean, this field just gets hammered here. So my hope is by dropping the population, I get bigger stalks. I'm not gonna grow massive corn there anyways. So hopefully the standability gets a little bit better. But I am out of seed and I gotta jump across the road over here. I've got seed right here. Problem is, this is a drought guard hybrid, that I like, and really does a darn nice job on poor soils, but its issue is it's not known for the best standability late through the season. It's not really the hybrid that I want to put on these other hills, so I need to go get a different hybrid to put onto there. I know this slows you down, but something that I wanted to do this year is to make sure that I place the hybrids where the hybrids should be placed, and I've got another phone call coming in already. So, to the shed for seed. We want 12 of them. 12. Back to the planter. Well, that's not good. That's our sprayer, but that's not our field. Ethan, it sounds like my Hagee might have done a your Hagee. Blew a resistor or something like that and stopped dead tracks there on the road. No good, but nothing and no one was hurt, so we'll keep rolling. Same process, just a little bit later in the day, and we'll do it again here as soon as I plant another 30 acres. Or I assume so. Not to brag, I'm doing pretty good with the seed stuff right now, I think. Free gas, oh shoot, boys. I don't think we're gonna plant this area. I think that spot right there is a little wet. I think that's just gonna be avoided. Ooh. I don't think we're gonna go this way. I think we need to go backwards. I think this area is kind of wet. And I don't have a Yankum rope QR code or whatever they call them yet, so no need to get stuck yet. Well guys, it's dark on us now. Molly brought me some dinner that I can finally eat since I'm off of the end rows. Going straight back and forth. We are in the field where Jim came and used his pasture harrow. I really like how it's planting. It's leaving like the little dark strips where you plant, so it's dry on top, working up just a little bit of moisture when you plant. To me, that's like perfect conditions. So we will pick back up with you guys in the morning and show you how this actually planted. Or back up with you tonight if something happens. But I hope I can just cruise along and eat some dinner, enjoy the peaceful night. See you guys in the morning. Gotta help fundraise here. So now, in the making of the video, we've taken a special trip out here to this field this morning. Probably want to come out here anyway, so really not really a special trip, because I need to end the last video and show how it planted. I think I got done last night at like midnight or something like that, so we didn't edit a video last night. But here's how we planted. This is no-till for unknown number of years, probably here like 8, that I obviously till to get rid of the carpet weed and fix some washouts. There's tail. These guys are not what I want, but there's where we're at. Maybe a little deep on that one, but there is a little bit of a ridge here. Pasture harrowing definitely helped knock down some of those ridges that were out there. Hopefully we get some good corn growing. So we're gonna jump into today's video. It's funny how this is kind of working when you work late like this. So if you would, please hit the thumbs up button. Really helps support the channel and lets me know that you guys are liking the content. Leave me a question down in the question section if maybe there's something that you might have a question on that I could cover for you guys. Corn planting still doing good. We'll keep after it. See you in the next one, which is right now. So that's it. That's another YouTube video done. It's actually Saturday night at 9:40. Got home here and trying to still get the last bit of corn in. We aren't quite done yet, but we're getting there. We're going to close down the GoFundMe tomorrow evening, which would be Sunday evening. We raised $2,500 by you guys, and then Molly and I are going to kick in the last $500. So we're going to have $3,000 or maybe even a little bit more raised for the GoFundMe page, which is going to CF Foundation. Donated under my nephew Jet's name, so thank you again to everybody that did help out with that. Hope you enjoyed a little bit of behind the scenes of what it takes to bring you guys these videos. Hope you enjoyed it. Did I say that 3 times? I don't know. My brain's getting there. I'll tell you that. So, see you guys.